So Clark, I'm not sure just how physically strong he is at this moment. They'll be keeping a close eye on him, and they are a little worried because Mike Morgan, veteran right-hander, has already started to warm up in the bullpen. He'll be ready just in case Clark is not able to continue. Curveball misses to Ryan Klesko, powerful left-handed hitter, although this is one of his poorest seasons. Only 18 homers, 70 batted in. Shallow left center, and out is Jose Hernandez, and there is one away. Javi Lopez, and what a year he had. Wow. So there's a little bit of a narrower strike zone, at least right now, than some umpires will give you.
Well, with this Braves staff is accustomed to a wide strike zone.
That's a pop-up down the right field line. Could be trouble. Mark Grace is one of the best. Made it look easy in the end. At number 2. One ball, one strike. Andrew had an outstanding year. Two down, nobody on. Last of the second inning from Turner Field in Atlanta. Mark Clark on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. Andrew Jones, the hitter for Atlanta. Andrew, who had 31 homers and 90 runs batted in. And Clark misses with the splitter. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score in the game. I'm John Miller with Joe Carter. And we're glad to have you with us. Those of you who've been watching the Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians, as Cleveland evened up that series as it gets ready to head back to Fenway Park in Boston. This is game 1 of this National League series. Tough play for Jose Hernandez, and he can't handle it. And I don't know that it would have mattered if he'd been able to with the great speed of Andrew Jones.
I'll tell you what, Andrew Jones has tremendous speed. He's a great center fielder, but he got down the line awful quick on there. It would have been a very tough play. I don't think he would have got him. You see, he scribs the ball a little bit, but it's a tough play coming in. They gave him an error on the play. I don't know. It's a very tough play in that situation.
And there's ball 1.
But you forget who's hitting. These pitchers are not normal. These are not ordinary pitchers. These guys, they love to compete. John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, they love to compete. They love to show everybody that they can hit. Smoltz would love for him to steal second. They walk him. He'd love to face him in that situation.
Smoltz hitting 196 this year with 5 runs batted in. 2 down, runner at first. No score in the second inning. Overcast. The game time temperature 72 degrees. They had lots of rain here, remnants of Hurricane George. Jones running, Tucker missing, and he steals it.
Let's see if they do it. You see, he gets off a tremendous jump, and he's got great acceleration. Head first slide. It's a good throw, but not in time. Throw to the third base side of second base, and if he can get it on the first base side of second base, he might have had a chance there.
So Andrew Jones now in scoring position. And the swing and a miss. Actually, a foul tip is indicated by Mike Winters, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael Tucker. No score, second inning. Tucker, second year with the Braves, came over from Kansas City last year, got some power, 13 home runs, but only a .244 average. Good fastball hitter, and that's too high. See how I know you're sitting here, Joe, but I'm sort of kind of analyzing a little bit myself now. I like to analyze strategy, and I like to analyze strengths of the hitters, scouting reports. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. A little bit low. I don't know, was that the splitter?
That was a split finger right there. Tucker laid off of it. He kept it down the strike zone, and that's what he has to do to be effective.
Pretty good discipline here by Tucker then.
Very good discipline. just did miss.
Remember, he's got first base open. He does not have to give in to Tucker. The pitcher, Smoltz, due up next. Deep to right. On its way. The Braves have gone ahead.
We talked about it early in the telecast that he has to be able to keep the ball down. You know, he came right at him with a 3-2 fastball. With John Smoltz behind him, he went right after him. It was a mistake.
Smoltz, the hitter.
You know,
one ball, one strike.
Tucker has come through with some very big hits, some very big home runs for this Atlanta Braves team, and he got him off to a good start right here.
Well, that's also why you might be tempted to go after Michael Tucker. John Smoltz, as you said, Joe, he can handle the bat.
Exactly. Anytime first base is open, if the pitcher coming up, the normal thing is to walk the guy. I mean, he knew he got it. As soon as he hit it, he knew it was a fastball. He washed it all the way. And he, as you can see, he's pumped up because that 240 average, right now, he's in the 1,000.
So Michael Tucker has out-homered Sammy Sosa in the postseason, at least so far. Here's Walt Weiss. He lined hard right to Grace his first time. In there for a strike. Grace is playing behind Smoltz at first base. 2-0 Atlanta. This Braves lineup can explode. I mean, they hit more homers than any Braves team in history. And Tucker was not one of the big home run sluggers on the club. On the outside corner, quickly 0-2 to Walt Weiss.
What you can ill afford to do is give this team extra outs in an inning. It was a questionable play. I don't think they would have got Andrew Jones on that one play, but it was ruled an error. So these 2 runs are unearned, but you cannot afford to give Atlanta Braves any more than 3 outs an inning.
That's foul down the right field line. Well, it's odd. I mean, you talk about pressure in the postseason. Here's Michael Tucker, who had to be feeling the heat in the regular season. In his last 156 at-bats, and that's a long time, a couple of months for a platoon player. He hit 186, got into a slump, couldn't get out of it. Now, here we are in the postseason when the pressure's at its most severe. What does he do? Home run first time out. I think he's a little more relaxed than he's been in a couple of months. Shortstop Jose Hernandez. And that's the inning. Weiss pops out, but it's 2-0 Atlanta after 2. The remainder of this game will be seen on ESPN. If you're watching on ESPN2, flip over to ESPN for the rest of the ball game. ESPN2 will join regular scheduled programming coming up.